Welcome to the Middleware Tech YouTube channel. In this series, you'll learn about Python control flow. Null code examples used in the videos will be available on GitHub. Let's get started.
In some other language, control flow, here also the same thing. If you have not done earlier, then also you can understand no issues. Control flow means I'm talking about how I can use if statement, if else statement, or how I can use some arithmetic operator, greater than operator, less than operator using Python. Related to those things, I'm going to spend some time. Fine. So just see here, please. Okay. Now, in case of control flow, what I want to say here. Here also, this control flow examples also try to execute same like earlier. OOPS approach. So that OOPS approach will also be ready for us to talk about, right? So what is the OOPS approach? So for control flow, you can create a particular class, like just now you talked about, right? Class control program. A class. So if I'm writing a class, so inside a class I'm defining a method, right? How to define a method? Enter. You have to use indentation tab. I'm going to define a method. Def. I'm going to define a method. My method name is control in Python, something like that. C-O-N-T-R-O, control in Python, right? Fine. So this is a method, right? So method I have to define, and self is used to point current object attribute. I have to define, that's why colon. I define this method, right? That's why colon, enter. I have to use tab. From here I have to provide the code. Assume the code is printf. Print. This is a control flow. This is control flow example. Find noises method. And I have to, what I have to do, I have to create an object of this class. Okay, so create an object of this class. Control C. See, your object name is assume CP equal to this. Creating an object, and creating an object, I'm calling this method. Control C, Control V, like this, right? So very good small program, right? So let me create this class. It should work. So let me close this earlier old class. Close it. This is a new class. So file, new file. And this new file name as file save as. File save as. The desktop. You can write the corresponding class name as control program. Program.py. Program.py. Let's make it L. Save. So this is the class. Just save it. Now inside this class, you have to write this code. So copy this code, Control C, Control V. So this is the class that we have written. So indentation, because enter. So the definition should come here. And the indentation for print also, enter. Should come here. right? Okay. And file, save it, right? So control program.py, let me execute command run module. It is saying some indentation. What is the problem with indentation? So just use proper indentation. File, save, run module. Okay, saying that inconsistent use of tabs space in indentation. Okay, fine. So just check where is this indentation will come. After this, enter, print, text only, file, save. This is my class. This is the method we have used. I'm printing some statement inside this method, getting an object, I'm calling this method. Okay. It should work. It's correct only. Okay, do one thing. It's correct. It should work. Noises. I'm going to define this method and I'm going to write something inside this method, and then I'm getting an object of this class, and then I'm calling this. It's correct only. Wait a second. Run. So I've given this indentation. It should come here. Come here. Save it. Save it. And run module. Control program on okay. Control program.py. Acha. Say some problem with the class name.
Yeah, Amita, one thing that can we use any editor for this ID?
Yes. I'll come into that editor, but first I'm going with this.
Because this thing
in.
should be taken care by the ID itself.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying.
I'll come into that editor.
Okay, thank you.
Now here, yes, just save this and right. It's working fine, right? Okay. Now here, if you see this, now inside this, I want to write some examples of control flow. How control flow work in Python. The related to that, we'll write some examples. So let's see. Let's see how this if and else it will work inside this. So use this syntax itself. Now let's take a particular let's x is a particular variable. X in selected 7. Okay. Now x is int. X is defined as an int, and take another one variable y equal to as 6. Two variable you have defined inside this method control in Python. Two variables is defined. Now, what I want is that I want to implement if statement. How if work in Python? No Java or you have done some other language, but in Python, how I can implement if? Just like here, I'm writing if. X greater than, if X greater than Y, if X greater than Y, then print, it is going to print some statement like X greater than Y. Right. Now, this is if it is correct or not, it is not correct. You have to remember that when you're writing an if statement, after this line, if you go, let's see, execute, invalid syntax. Why? Because after this if statement, you have to use colon here. Writing an if condition in Python, okay, right? So now save it and run. Right, X greater than Y. So you have to remember this. This is the syntax that we use in Python, right? You have to use after condition check, you have to provide the colon. That means I'm going to define the value. The define is this. Okay. Now here we have else if also. So how I'm going to define else if? In else if we are not going to use like else if. You can use like else if x equal to y, right? Then some value, then some print, and I'm going to print some value like y, x equal to y. Fine, fine. Now see here, if you remember that when we're using Python code, we don't have any concept of else if. We have elif. Remember this. So if x equal to y, then x equal to y. So as you make it 6, x equal to y. Right, you can use control S also. Run module. Valid syntax. Same like earlier, if I'm going to use elif, you have to use a colon after this. So run module, x equal to y. Right, right. Or if I'm going to define and take another one condition, same like else if. Right. So if I'm going to define another one condition, already we got right. So less than y. You have to define semicolon at the end. Semicolon at the end. Then print and say x is smaller than y. X is smaller than y. That's it, right? Now this is also you have to provide this indentation. Just you have to remember that in case of Python, you are going to use elif. X less than y. If it is, then 4. Run. Right, so it is like this, and if you want to provide no kind to provide the last condition itself, like fine, let me complete an everything. Use the last condition as else colon print none of the above is true. Fine, I think I have used the proper indentation in this case also. I have used the colon after else. It should work. So here the indentation matters, and it is none of the true. It's working fine, right? So this is the how that if else generally we use in Python, right? Okay. So let me disable this code. Let me show you another one if condition that is used in Python. Format command. Today I'll go using this. Tomorrow I'll show you using IDE. Now let's come to the second scenario. Second scenario, I'll show you how I'm going to define this if condition. There is another one approach how I can define if condition. So just see here. I'll leave it. Seem like this. Let's define x equal to, take some value 7. Fine. Then take another one value y equal to 4. Okay, y equal to take 4. Another one value b equal to 2. These are the small things, but it is required when you go with advanced applications. Okay, now I have initialized 3 variables, x, y, and b. 3 variables I have initialized. Fine, no issues, and all are int type. Now see this if condition. I can use this like type of if in Python also. If x greater than y, if x greater than y, okay, then see the indentation. If b less than y, the indentation. After that I have to use colon, right? Colon, the indentation, and print some value. Some value. Something. So see, this is save it, run mod. Unexpected indent. Okay, now here, see, after this line, it should come in this line, right? So that's why it is given. Okay. Fine, right? So this type of if statement also we can write in Python. Okay. Okay, now let me show you so in Python what is the main simplistic approach of Python. Simplistic approach means that expressions are so much simple from other languages, like you are writing some English language. It is like that. Now we'll understand this. That command. Okay. That I'm talking about some loops. When you're writing some loops like for loop, while loop, right? It is not like some syntax like C, C++ or Java syntax. It is a slight different syntax how we are going to write different loops in Python. Okay, so just see here. I'm talking about for loop. So what you do in Java for I equal to 0 or C or C++, I less than n, I++, then pin system.out.println, you're going to print based on that condition. But in Python, it is not like that. For loop is not like that. In Python, if I'm going to define for loop, if I'm Python, how I'm going to define for x in which range I want to move x, that range I have to provide range inside that. I want to move till 50. I want to move till 50. So that I have given range. So what I tell you, this x will move from 0 to 50. What I have written for x in range 50. So enter. Now after that, again I told you have to define this for loop. So define int, just see here x. There is no initialization, no condition check, no increment. Just see here. No initialization check, no increment, right? So for x in range 50, print x. So it is going to print from 0 to 50. No, I want to print the value from 5 to 50. 40 to 50. In this range, I want to print the value. Okay, it's fine. So just print run environment. Yes, it is printing the value from 40 to 50. Right. If I want to print till 50, then make 51 here, save it, run. So this is how I'm going to write the for loop in Python. The approach is slightly different, but with practice it will come. No initialization, condition, and increment. Same like your for each in Java. If you have used enhanced for loop in Java, then you can find slight is there, math is there. Because in the enhanced for loop in Java, they try to remove complete initialization, condition check, and increment. To some extent like that, but not completely, right? So this is how we write a for loop in Python, right? Okay, simplest one. Use, sorry, fine. Okay, next. Next, I want to say like. No, this is this is a for loop where you are moving from one number to another number, correct? From 40 to 50, right? Now, what I want is that I want to move with all the letters available inside a string. I'll just give you an example. In these examples, you're moving from 40 to 50. So I want to use one for loop where you want to move all the letters inside a string. Okay, so for LT inside a string, okay. So provide one string like this is part of digital domain. I've just written one string. Okay, so for LT, some variable in this string, I want to print all the character that is available inside this string. Okay, so print LT, print LT. That's it. It should print all the character that is available inside this string, right? Okay, so file, save it, run. One more here. Yes, you can see here all the characters you can print from the string, right? How? Using this for, right? Just for LT in a string, and I'm just printing all the string, right? Okay, right. Not only that, you can use you can now this is that we get all that value from the number range, got the value from a string. Similarly, you can got the for a particular array also. So let's see how I can get the value from an array using for loop. All right, so from an array I want to get all the values, right? So let's see one small example. I'll come array in details. I'm being just I'll show here. Welcome how I come from a particular array. So array means what? Collections of similar element. Array means collection of similar elements. So generally in Python we define the array like this: string value, same like that. Some array. That's it. Right. So inside this array I have some element like 11, 12, 3, this, some number as in a string. Now using for loop, I want to move inside this array. So same like earlier, I have to use for x, or you can write value, right? In where I'm moving inside this array, in array, right? So when I'm moving inside this array, then I'm going to print all the value. Fine. So that's it. Print value. Right. So just save it, file, save, run module. Now you can see here, I can see all the values came. Correct, came right. So this is some approach how we can use for loop to get all the values, right? Now let me give one examples for while loop. Before moving next, let me give one example for while loop, how I can use while loop in Python. So if I'm going to write one while loop, you can, it is not like C++, just here I'm just doing, assume you have a particular variable value a equal to 1, okay, and b you have some value 10, okay, and you can use while. So if this while loop will move till the time a less than b, so till a less than b, this while loop will move. So you can use print a smaller than b, a is smaller than b. This is how we can define while loop. Just you have to see that indentation is working. I think it should work. Run. So you can see that indentation possibly. So this is how it will work. Okay, so I'm not executing. Just check this. This is the format. Okay, so let's move into some more into the operator side. Okay, let's spend some more time into this operator side. Operator means that there is some operator called in operator, and then there is some operator called is operator, is not operator, in operator, not in operator, then ternary operator. How these things actually defined in Python, you know. Let me go with some another one examples related to these basics operator first. So let's move with. I'm not writing in the same program. I'm just keeping it separately so that okay, fine. Okay. So let's spend some time on Python, some operators. Okay, so let's spend some time on Python, some operators here. Let's see. Python operator. Okay. Now Python operator that we'll understand some of the basic operator, in, not in, then is not. This type of some operator is there. Okay, so same approach. We'll try same like earlier. First, we'll create one class, the operator program class operator program. Okay. Right. So if you write this operator program class, so this class defined like this. Inside this class, I have to define one method. So how to define the method? I have to use def, right? And write some method like method one or function demo. Right. So already I told you how to write method self colon. Right. Okay. Now Now this is one method I have written. Here you have to write some code, or you can call some other method also from here. Okay, so or if you don't want, you can directly write this code into our ideal also. So this is the best approach if we try this. So print, just print some string. This is operator example. Right. And so same like earlier, you have to get an object of this class. So how we have to get an object of this class? So just select Control C, Control V. I have created an object of the class. So this object should be pointed out by reference R. Right. Then using this reference, I have to call the method. Method name is function demo. See, I'm calling this method Control V function demo. It should work fine, right? So let me check it's working or not. Operator program .java, program.py. So same like earlier, I have to create another one file, new file. Okay, and here file save as, and you can use desktop and the desktop ABC package, and here you can write as operator program. Okay, .py, operator program.py, and we installed inside ABC package, right? Fine. So this is my file, right? Okay. Now in this file, you can save this program, edit, paste. So same like earlier, you don't have to say anything. Check this basic syntax is working or not. File save. As I told you that we should provide the indentation. And for this print method also we should provide it. Check it is working or not. I'll save it and run module. Working, right? Now let's write some code related to operator here. Okay. Now what I want is that first I want to work with operator like in operator. Okay. So try to use one in operator. So this in operator I have to use in a different function. Okay, I have to create a different function here. Okay, so like operator example. Yeah. This is another function I have created. Just see here, please. I have created another one function. Okay, self is point current object attribute, right? I've created another one function. So inside this operator program class, I have two functions. Inside this operator program class, I have total two functions, right? Okay. Now, inside this function, I have to create some variable. So what I want to write string one. I'm creating the first string. Okay, string one. I want to use the first string as hello world. And the second string that I want to use as string 2 equal to use some string like goodbye world, something like that. Goodbye world. Some string is there, some string. Actually, I have to do some operation that's in the same word, something like that. Now, I have to order two string inside this, right? What I want to do is that I want to use one in operator to check whether this first string is available in the second string or not. Okay, I want to check, right? So I want to check that a particular string is available or not inside a particular string, right? So how to check a particular string available inside another string or not, we can use an in operator. How it is, just see here, I can use an in operator here. So if use this string world, okay, this one, this is a string, this is a string, this is a string. So if this string, I see how to use this in operator, just see here. If this string in, I'm using in operator, in, if it is available in this variable, Control C. If it is available here, if world, this string available inside this, if it is there, now what? I have to define that one, colon, enter, then it will print something, print like string contain the word world, the string contain the word world. Okay. You can say like this. Okay. If it is, so just save it and program and run. It will not run because this is a particular function. This function I want to call from here. So how I can call one function from another function? How I can call one function from another function? This function I want to call from this function. This is a different function. This is a different function. I want to call this function from here. So you can call it the function name, right? So always remember I have to use self dot this function now. Control C, Control V. That's it. I'm calling this function from this function. I'm calling this function, right? From this function, right? Okay, so just save it, run, then module. Just see here, string count, it is working fine, right? Now in this example, what I have given an examples of in operator, how I'm going to use in, but in oops approach. Right, so if it is there, then it will print this, and it is available, that string is available inside this, then it will print something using in operator, right? And this I have defined inside this method. Sometimes, right, in operator example, I'm calling this method from another method using self.method name. Self is used, I already told you that self is used to point current object attribute. So I should use that one to call it. Right, it's working fine, right? No issues. In operator in is working fine. Similarly, we have you can provide the else condition also. So already you know, right, how to provide else condition in Python. That is, else if we are not going to use else if, it is elif, right? So this one. So what is the else part will come that that string not in string one, right? So this is string, this is string, this is string world, not in string one here. Control C. This is else part, right? Either it is available here, else it is not available here. Not in. That's why you have used else or not in string one. If it is not in string one, then something you are going to print. Okay, so print I can use some string here, like string does not contain. Same things you can just provide does not. Does not contain the world this, right? So we have used in and not in operator in this example. Let me check it is working or not. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's see. I am using some other file save. Okay. Now I have done something. If I want to execute this, so it will come in the else part. If you use some other value here, so then it will come to the same condition, right? Okay. Right. Okay. So so this is in and not in operator. Similarly, we have another one operator called is. Similarly, we have another one operator called is. So just see how this is work. We have another operator called is there. Okay, so how you can define this is like is equal to hello world, right? So so if I can write the string one, control C, is operator I'm talking about is string hello world. And if it is the string hello world, right? If this string is hello world, then will print something that string is hello world. Print something like the string is hello world. Fine, right? This is operator. If it is the hello world, if it is not, then how I'm going to use is not operator. Is not operator in Python. So you have to use. I don't know if string one is not just see see in if you're working on Java, C++, you have to do this, you have to use some syntax, right? Condition check. But if you see in these examples, it is looking like you are writing some plain English language, right? So it is to some extent that's why Python is said to be very easy to understand, looking like you're writing some proper English language. Okay, so if string one is not operator I'm talking about.
Amita, one sec. This is and is not. These are actually is equal to not equal to. Both are same actually, right?
Equal to.
Even we can
no, I'm
without
not
using this is.
completed. I'm not yes, I got your point. I'm not yet completed. Let me complete. This is hello world. String one is hello world. It's fine. It will print this. And is not. I'm going to use some other value here. This not part like some string, and it is not. Then I can write here print and write that the string is not hello world. The string is not string is not something. It contain hello world, right? Okay, fine. So let me check how it comes. Save it. Run. again enters a problem. Fine. So here when I'm going to define if condition, already I talked about that at the end you have to use this colon, and you have to use this colon after condition. So that means you're going to define that value, and if you're going to execute, you can see here the string is hello world is, and the string is not this, because string one content hello world, it is not this. It is also successful, and it's printing this. So this is how your is and is not work, and in and in not operator work in Python, right?
You meant to say that is, in, not are the Python operators.
These are some, she can say, one type of Python operators.
Do we have any other operators, or we have only?
Yes, we have some. Now the thing is that we have some other operators. We have a ternary example, but the ternary there is no separate ternary operator. You have to implement that ternary operator. Same, not like Java. So let me show you one example for ternary demo also. No issues.
No, if you says that if you have some operators, if you tell us that these are the operators, and then you can explain or write a program that these are the things I'm using here and there, something like that. Hope you got my point, right?
Yes, tell me once again.
No, if suppose if you take one topic, like Python operators, you say that these are the operators. You mention it over there, and then you tell us that these operators I'm using here and there.
This is how the point is, that how I'm going to use this operator using a small example in Python. Now, after that, I'm going with some cases study, and then we'll move step by step. So now, for the time being, I'm just talking about some of the basic operator that is available in Python, showing some example.
Okay, fine.
Similarly, we have that ternary operator, but ternary operator already right? In ternary operator, what you say that if some in Java, how we can going to execute a particular ternary operator, that is completely different in Python. So how I can execute a basic small examples of ternary operator. I have to give a small example on this. So just see here how it works. So the sum ternary operator I can define using a particular function called ternary demo. Right. So this is a small function. Right. So right. So this is one function. Now how I'm going to define this ternary operator? Okay. So if I'm going to define it, ternary operator means what? Assume you have a particular variable b equal to 8. Okay, b equal to 8, and we can define it like this. Or what you say in the ternary. Actually, there is no proper definition of ternary operator in Python. We can implement if I want. Like x equal to 4. Okay, x equal to 4. Okay, so if b greater than 8, right, else 9. Right. So so if you see this condition, that x equal to 4, so if b greater than 8, else it is 9. So I'm just print just print this variable value like here of x. Let's see how it is printing here. Okay. Let's save it. And how we're going to call this value? You have to call it from here. Self dot ternary demo, right? Okay. So let me check if it's working or not. Run. Okay. Now here. Let me make a slide. Like this, right? And now save it. We have used b equal to 8, some variable value here. Now you can use x equal to 4 if b greater than 8, else x equal to 9. So any one of the value will come for x. If I'm going to print, I can print it with str string, right? So this is how you can define a ternary operator. If you want, you can define it like this, using if and else condition. There is no ternary operator in Python. Its own. If you want, you can define it like this. If you execute, you can understand, very easy to understand, right? Same like other language itself. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's come to some other point from here. Let's spend some time into some other point. Let me move forward.